Okay, seriously, how blue are my eyes? They look blue, right? Man, I gotta do this more with snow outside. The lighting is really great. Overcast. Yes. Okay. Hello, everyone. I haven't been doing much this week. I will overlap a few things here and there, but I ended up traveling for Thanksgiving, quarantining ahead of time. I'm quarantining this next set of time. Always wear a mask. So don't worry, I'm good. And then also I have to get a COVID test anyways in preparation for some things that I have to do with work. So I'll be good and I'm staying safe. Decorated my Christmas tree. I'm actually gonna finish that up tonight. Last night was putting the fake tree up. I put the lights on, I got my garland on, and we're gonna see how many ornaments I'm gonna put on. I don't think I'm gonna put anything breakable because my son is already like trying to make circles around the tree and that scares me. So we got that going. So things I did this week, week 13. Sounds very ominous, but I'm happy with it. Y'all might remember if you follow me on Instagram where I was torn between two books and I was trying to get people's input of which book I should read. There was The End of Alice, which was a girl being a pen pal with a convicted pedophile. And then there was The God Queen, which was kind of a space opera. Ended up letting my mother read the space opera because she was visiting a while back, like a month ago, and she finished that and she enjoyed it, and then she's gonna send it back to me so I can actually read it. But in that vote on Instagram, I read The End of Alice. I finally finished the book this past weekend. I started on page 36. On 24 of November, I started on page 36 because I had already read a little bit, and I finished on the drive home on November 28th, at 270 pages. So page 36 to page 270 within a few days. And visiting in there too. The next book on my list. So here's my December book list, and I just figured because I am reading more that I will share with y'all what I'm gonna do. Oh, but first I should tell you how The End of Alice. This is dark. I mean, I should have realized, but it's dark. It is a mind, put whatever expletive at the end of that you wish. It is troubling, but it's so masterfully done that I don't know, like, it's strange to think, because here's the thing. Going into this, reading the description, I thought it was going to be from the point of view of the girl talking to the pedophile. No, it's from the point of view of the pedophile, the convicted guy. And his mind, it's just, and then what led him to become the type of person he is, and then the ending to find out what actually got him caught. It's, oh God, there's so much psychology in here. It could be a psychology book easily, especially if you're looking into the troubled minds of pedophiles and such. It's very, very dark. It's not a book for everyone. It is critically acclaimed, like Los Angeles Times, Vanity Fair, Vogue, Elle, all had comments on it. And it says, one of the things says, The End of Alice, a novel that is part romance and part horror story, and at once unnerving and seductive. Okay, I got some qualms about that description, but it's definitely, it took a while. I think it was until like chapter 4 or 5 that I was like, oh, I'm reading. Like, I actually felt involved. But the first bit, I was just like, what the hell am I reading? Like, this makes no sense. And then I started getting into it. So it took a while to get into. But once I did, it's one of those, I'm not one, I don't like to put a book down. Even if it unnerves me and it's troubling and it's, you just want to take a scalding hot shower afterwards, I still wanted to finish it. So that's the end of Alice. And because I'm going on this whole realm of let's just read the out there stuff, my next book is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, recommended by my husband because he wants to watch the movie and he wants me to read the book first. So there's that. And then also the Netflix show Ratchet, about Nurse Ratchet, is a character in here. So I figured I'll read the book and hopefully I can read it before the end of December. And the other book I'm going to read before the end of December is a book that I've had for a few months already, but it is called The Woman Who Smashed Codes. Quite thicker than One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but it is about, oh dear Lord. Oh, it's written by a guy. Wow. He's a journalist. Okay, either way. This guy chronicles the life of a Quaker school teacher named Elizabeth Smith, who was hired by an eccentric tycoon to find this secret message he believed was embedded in Shakespeare's plays. She ended up being transferred after she was hired to work for the US government. She helped catch gangsters and smugglers, exposed a Nazi spy ring in South America, fought a clandestine battle of wits against Hitler's Reich, cracking multiple versions of the Enigma machine used by German operatives to conceal their communications. And through it all, she served as a muse to her husband, a master of puzzles who astonished friends and foes alike. Either way, I like reading stories about badass women, and she sounds like a badass. Yeah, that pretty much summarizes my week. After this video clip, I'm gonna do my normal overview, breaking the numbers down. My numbers are gonna be good. I got back from traveling enough to be able to get some of my critiquing done, and I'm gonna finish up more today. And well, this evening probably after the kids go to bed, because there was catching up on work after taking time off is always fun. So there was that. And it's been snowing, and I'll throw that clip on the background here-ish. So there's that. But yeah, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm hoping to finish these 2 books before Christmas. We'll see if that happens. I'm hoping to finish editing my novel, the first manuscript, Therapy Sessions, before Christmas. And yeah, Christmas is my deadline. We'll see if I am actually able to stick to it. If I'm not, it's okay. It's flexible. So we'll go with that. So, yeah, I'll let myself interrupt myself and go over the spreadsheet now. Hello, everyone. It is the end of day 91. I finally got my days worked out. For Milwordy, it is November 30th. Yes, I looked down at my computer and I'm correct on that. And this final outro is going to be combined with my screen, so you're going to see it going back and forth, kind of like how I do my end of the month things. And you know what? This video is going to be kind of short anyway, so let's make this my end of the month video. Let's just go right in it. All right, November. I missed 6 days in November of writing, which I'm okay with because I didn't miss those days until after I finished Project Parallel. And I finished Project Parallel on 18 November. Not bad. I would say it's a first draft, but I'm starting to think it's more like a 0 draft. So it's okay. For the whole month, I was able to get 174,000, and the goal was 166,000. Something that's picked up near the end here is I am editing Therapy Sessions, and I get 1 chapter done a day. I am still deleting words, but I'm also setting the darker tone that I think this story needs to set up for the plot twist that happens at the end. Otherwise, right now my reader feedback is it's very jarring and they don't like it. And I kind of see their point. So I need to make sure that I have this mindset that if it's going to be in first person, we kind of need to have an idea of what my main character is dealing with and they're trying to hide. And then we find out what they're hiding at the very end. Yeah, not to ruin the book for you, but yeah. So for the last week, I didn't do much word-wise. I did 28,000, but remember, I was kind of super in the positive going into this, and I'm kind of liking what ended up happening. When we go over to the grand total page, as you see here for September, October, November, I am still in the positive for each month. And yes, let's be honest, we know it's because I'm doing a lot of critiquing, but you know what? I love it and I'm not gonna stop. Let's see where I would be if I was doing the average number of words per day, where I would be for 91 days. And that is 498,000. So let's see what the difference of my current word total minus the 498. I'm 32,981 in the positive right now. In regards to where I started this week, I was at 502,000 and now I'm at 531,000. Again, it's like 28,000 difference, but that's not bad. My November writing, so close to 62,000. Oh my gosh, it was also so close to beating out October. Oh wow, that's really funny. But remember, this is writing plus editing, and I've already talked about editing for December is gonna be, I mean, I'm gonna edit 2 stories this month, but I'm also still gonna be critiquing. And I know I'm going to be getting a book to critique in December as well. So that's going to be interesting. But some of the stories on the critique website that I followed, they're wrapping up. So that isn't going to take as much time for me. Let's go down to my secondary goals. And I critically read less and critiqued less than I did last month. I wrote 28,000, of course, for Project Parallel. I did a short story, which is very tiny in there. Did some short story work, and I edited 16,000 in my therapy sessions. Last month, I did 29,000, but that was the second draft of it. So now editing for November, this is my third draft, what I've edited for the last 3 days. And I have 22 chapters there. So editing 3 chapters down before even December starts, that gives me 19 chapters to edit. Hopefully 1 chapter a day for December. That'd be kind of cool, but we'll see how that plays out. Maybe on the weekend I'll beef up. All right, let's look at my other chart because you know I like Excel. And my other goal, I have written way over just writing for September and October. And I critiqued less for November than I did for the previous months. So secondary goal met. And editing is more than what I did in September, but less what I did in October. That's okay, because I know it's gonna pick up in December. The main thing is that my writing and editing increase as my critiquing decreases. And I continue hopefully staying in the positive for this double Milwordy. And then my last view here. You see I took a lot of days off, and I seem to have the same pattern with my days where around 11 or 12 I like kick myself in the butt saying I have to get words, and that makes sense. But then at the end of the month, I don't have a regular routine. Each month right now has a different setup of how I handle it at the end of the month. So December's going to be interesting. I'm really liking this day by day comparison to see if there's any pattern, and apparently there's not much of a pattern. So with that, what's happening in the future for me? I've already talked about the books I plan to read this month. Hopefully, maybe, but talking about all the critiquing I'm going to do, that's a little different. December 5th and 6th is the AuthorTube virtual retreat, and I get to be one of the sprint hosts for that. So you can come on my channel on December 5th between 9 and 11, and we're gonna have relaxing sprints. I plan to do 80 minutes of sprinting over the 2 hours, which will be one 5-minute, one 10-minute, one 15, one 20, and then one 30. So there's my 5 sprints, and that will equal to 80 minutes with some chatting in between, and it's gonna be good fun. I play music during those sprints. Well, the music is played through the audio of the timer, but I enjoy it. It's nice. Yeah, I'm excited for what's gonna happen. And even though I felt like I was kind of missing writing over the past week, I came right back into it, no problem. Like, it was kind of like I knew what I needed to do. And with that, oh, my 5-minute sprint tracker, I'll show you that. I didn't do much. I did 194 real quick, and then the rest of these I didn't do at all. So I still gotta work on that, but I'm gonna be editing instead of writing. So maybe I'm gonna pick this back up in January is when I'll pick it up again. I don't know. We'll see. With that, please let me know how November went for you. Did you win NaNoWriMo with your own rules like I did, where my goal was the draft? Did you take a break for the holidays like I did? There was a huge break. Did you just breathe? Because it's sometimes nice. We need to take care of ourselves. I will argue to a T that self-care is just as productive as writing, as cleaning, as editing, as any of that. Self-care is just as productive. So with that, I will let y'all all go because I still have to edit this video and it's 10:44 p.m. So night, bye.